Binding an independent domain name. The domain name for calling APIs includes the debugging domain name and independent domain name. The debugging domain name is an internal domain name automatically allocated by the system for testing after an API group is created. It can be accessed for a maximum of 1,000 times per day. When opening an API, you need to bind an independent domain name to the API group so that users can access APIs in the API group using the independent domain name. This video shows how to bind an independent domain name to an API group. Before binding, ensure you have applied for a domain name, and a record set of the VPC access address is added to the domain name. An SSL certificate is available. An API has been created and published. To bind an independent domain name, perform the following steps. 1. Bind an independent domain name. 2. Call an API. Now, let's get started. Step 1. Bind an independent domain name. In the API group list, click the group name. The group information page is displayed. In the independent domain names area, click Bind Independent Domain Name, enter your domain name, and select the minimum TLS version, default, TLS 1.2. You can enable HTTP to HTTPS auto redirection so that HTTP requests are automatically upgraded to secure HTTPS while remaining compatible with existing HTTP access. This works only if the API supports HTTPS or HTTP and HTTPS and the domain name has an SSL certificate bound. The default HTTP port is 80, and the default HTTPS port is 443. Click OK. The domain name is bound successfully. If the API supports HTTPS, you must bind an SSL certificate to the independent domain name. Click Add SSL certificate, select the added certificate, and click OK. The SSL certificate is added. Step 2. Call an API. Copy the API URL. Use an API testing tool to call the API via the independent domain name, paste the URL, and send the request. If the API is successfully called, the independent domain name is successfully bound.